The only thing that is real is the real estate. Every other thing is assumption. Don't talk about problems you don't have. Have the problem before you talk about it. If you don't have the problem, leave it alone. Well, interestingly enough, I studied computer science for my first degree. My second degree is software engineering, and my master's is software engineering. I will have a few college diplomas in HTML, Java, Dreamweaver, everything in line with programming, IT. But then that was just the journey to get into something before you actually venture where you're going. So the raw love for the real estate came along the line when I started learning about real estate. And it was quite a very simple explanation. The only thing that is real is the real estate. Every other thing is assumption. That's why they call it the only thing that is real. So, and we looked at the Nigerian architecture. We found out that there is no how that in 2 lifetimes that we would never be able to satisfy the real estate desire, which makes it like there would always be need. When you finish from here today now, after all these interviews, you are going home, whether you like it or not. You understand? And when you get home and you can see your family, everybody smiling, you feel accomplished. So the home is the most important place in the whole world. It is when you are running away from everybody, you run home. You understand? If your mom is saying, I'm coming to spend time with you, she comes home. It's where the family is, where the heart is, where everything comes together that makes everybody happy. So the home is the most important place. You know, like I always say, it's not the Ankara that is the problem, it's the tailor. If you buy an Ankara for 2.5, or no matter how cheap it is, and you give it to a very expensive tailor to sew for you, you would imagine what he would do with that fabric. So we try to do it in a very special way, in the best way possible. So if we build, no matter where we build, in the low-cost area, it's still fantastic. If we build in the high-class area, it's still fantastic. We look at ourselves as the tailor that creates the style, that makes it better, that makes it outstanding. We venture into different we try to cover the bottom, we try to cover the middle, and we try to cover the high class. So presently in Nigeria now, I think we are the only ones that build 7 bedrooms. You probably never find anyone because it's not commercially viable. We watch the TV and we see superstars build houses in America, and they say, welcome to my home, and they do documentary on MTV Cribs. And we found out that where do we find something like that in Nigeria? We hardly ever find it. So we too are trying to play in that space where we are the only ones that do 7-bedroom houses, mansions that have 3 sitting rooms, 4 sitting rooms, very outstanding kitchens that you enter, you say, oh my God. So we have extra high ceiling heights and try to build it in the most luxurious places in Nigeria. The tailor makes the difference. It's not the fabric. Buy a cheap fabric, you give it to Armani or Calvin Klein. What it does with it is outstanding. It has nothing to do with the fabric. And you buy a very expensive fabric, you give it to a tailor in Lagos Island. You finish sewing it in 2 hours, but what you get is what you get. You understand? So we try to say that, okay, we are the tailor. We'll take our time to perfect it. We'll make it so nice that when you enter inside it, you put your hands on your head and say, oh my God, what is this? That is what stands us out. I think life is not without challenges. There's always the ups and downs. The best of men in their best are still men. You understand? But will you give up when you fall down, or will you get up again and try again? I always say things to all the people that work for me. You can't beat a man that's not willing to give up. You will fail, but you will try again. No great man in life has ever done anything without having challenges. In Lagos State, you have how many agencies you have to go through before you actually get a building approval. But everything that will happen will try to bring you down, but you just never give up. You keep on trying to do better, trying to improve on whatever you have done before. So talk about problems you don't have. Have the problem before you talk about it. If you don't have the problem, leave it alone.